Welcome to Iconic Productions and Ulysses Spiel, The Dark Eye. Normally we do Ford Tuesdays. My players are acting up a little bit. But Jam's out for a couple weeks, so I will be running Revelations from Heaven, a short adventure set in the fantastic world of Aventuria. It's the world you play in The Dark Eye. The Dark Eye, if you're not familiar, is a game that's played in Germany for the last 30 years. Rich history. It's the #1 game in Germany. And tonight we're joined also by two special guests to our Torg Tuesdays, which is Becca.
I'm back.
Which you'll notice from or recognize from other games. And Maddie, who you normally see on Thursdays in Fading Suns.
Yes.
And also our normal
Torg Tuesday,
Shawnee, who will be playing
Torg Tuesday, Shawnee.
different characters.
She also plays on Mondays, guys.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she does
Torg
play on the Monday night
Tuesdays,
game.
so
We won't talk about the Monday night game. Because as we know. So we're not going to do a learn to play or how to play this game. Beck and Maddie played in JM's game a long time ago, but we're all familiar with the Dark Eye rules. We do have a new character, or a new player, and a new character, who is inexperienced, so we will explain some of the rules as we go through. If there's any questions, might have to remind. It's been probably over a year since we played Dark Eye with our group, but it's like riding a bike. It'll come right back to you.
Sure.
So, again, this adventure is set in the Principality of Kosh, which is in the Midden Realms. I think we'd start with some character intro. So, Becca, why don't you start us off with who you are playing?
All right. Tonight I'm playing Janka Ottinger, a blessed of Hesinde. Socially awkward, uncomfortable with people. She has left her monastery once before on the express purpose of making friends. A lot of them died, but she made them, by golly, so she could go back.
There you go.
And yeah, she's been out and about for a while, looking for her missing husband. Scoundrel.
And she's a follower of Hesinde, so who is Hesinde?
Hesinde is the goddess of knowledge and information and well, I would say wisdom, but some of the things Hesinde said, like, I follow Hesinde and I have 3 tenets, if you will. I'm always to gather knowledge, I'm to eternally study, and I believe the world is a beautiful place. So.
Very good. Maddie, who are you playing?
I am playing Mylenjida. I believe her last name was Fidian. It's been a while. She is a raven witch. She comes from the Maraskan culture. She is out in the world, kind of trying to find her way. She's been a loner for a long time, so she's also not great with people. But she has a super sweet friend, bird, named Pick, who's gonna be hanging out with her. So yeah, that's Mylenjida. Are we doing descriptions or just character name? She's kind of tall, has cat eyes, so that also throws people off. And she looks mid-30s, but has a few more grays for being mid-30s.
Shawnee, who are you playing for the next couple weeks?
Yes, so my name is Newt. It's not Nut, so don't call me Nut. It's Newt. I am a man, which is pretty neato. But I'm gonna say that I am very small in stature, like very skinny and limby, you know? You know when you're like really...
Sinewy?
Gangly?
Yeah, gangly, that's a good one. So I'm Newt, and I have little man syndrome, so everybody has made fun of me because I've been so small my whole life, so I have learned so much combat and tracking to prove myself as a worthy man in my household, because I have many family members who I no longer speak to. Because
I thought you were going to say children.
I have tons of babies, so no, I just have lots of brothers. I have 9 older brothers, and they're all large warriors who drink a lot and have terrible wives and whatever. I don't like them.
Okay.
Also, I'm a ranger.
Ranger type, yeah. Skill in the outdoors.
Yeah. I'm a human.
Very good.
It's new.
Very
That's it. That's what I got.
So, as Becca said, she's a follower of Sinde. In the Dark Eye, there are 12 gods. And this is kind of go over this because this will be kind of come into the game we're going to play tonight. Preos is the god of sun, law, and order. A lot of people kind of think of him as the ruler or the head one, unless you're a follower of Hisinde, which you probably disagree. We have Randra, goddess of war and combat, thunder and lightning. Effort, god of the oceans, rain and sailing. Travia, goddess of hospitality, marriage, and peace. Boron, the god of death, and not in the bad way. They more put the dead at rest and don't let them come back as undead.
Yeah, you should check out the Boron pictures.
Yes.
Calendars of Boron.
Anyway.
Hisinde, as we mentioned. Farun, god of the hunt, winter and ice. Sa, goddess of birth, renewing, and youth. Fex, the god of thieves, trade, travel, and the stars. Parain, goddess of agriculture, healing, and fertility. Ingram, god of fire, forging, and dwarves. Raja, goddess of love, wine, and ecstasy. So those are the 12 gods. Along with that, the 12 months of the year are named after each of the gods, and we will start in Raja, which is the end of the year. Equates to kind of Earth, June. And we're going to turn over to the new year soon when we start. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, what do we know of Kosh? So we're going to get right into our first skill check. If you would like to roll in your background to find out what do you know of Kosh,
So
we can see.
Skill would that be?
That would be, you can have knowledge, geography, history, myths and legends.
Ooh, I'm gonna do that one.
You're going to do myths and legends?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll do history.
Religions.
Oh, I can do religions.
And each one will have a different aspect of knowledge that they'll know that will be revealed.
Ooh, no.
I'm gonna do.
Not even a little bit.
I'm gonna do gambling. That seems like the manly thing to do. Do I roll
Gambling
three?
probably won't give you a whole lot.
Over here to knowledge.
I know, but you guys already did those.
No,
ones.
I'm not doing religions. I'm doing history.
Now I want to do gambling.
Okay. We'll see how she does, guys.
How do I
It'll be
do
fine.
it?
Intelligent.
I just
Roll your
all three of
d20.
them.
So in this game, instead of one d20, you're going to roll 3 and compare them to the appropriate attribute that's matched to that skill.
Okay. gonna do
Religions
these.
would be sagacity, and intuition.
I got a quality level 1.
Okay, and depending on how well you roll, you get different quality levels, reveals more information the more quality you have. So
I did mine for history.
history.
Yes.
Don't know much about history.
So.
What you got? Which one?
Did you roll a 20?
I can tell you,
Because
for
I did.
gambling, she's going to have to roll really fantastic to get
So,
any kind of
this is
information out of
one.
gambling.
Okay.
This is 2.
I
This
rolled
is
a
3.
20. I didn't roll 2.
Remember, you have to roll
This
2.
is-
Okay.
So,
okay,
and as
I'm-
long as you can
So I'm
mitigate it
rounding
down
up so
to
that it's 1, 2,
a
3,
success,
4,
it's
and
okay.
then-
I don't have
For
enough to
gambling.
get it down.
Okay.
So I'm not like,
So SGC.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Okay, so 10.
So I don't get
Sagacity.
anything.
So.
Okay, so you'd have had to spend 4
And
to
I have none.
be
So,
successful. All right,
dingus.
so
So you're the
You-
only
you
one who's
fail.
successful.
Whatever gambling you did in tap houses along your travels, you found nothing about Kosh.
So here's my question. So even though 2/3 of my roll were successful, just one makes it unsuccessful.
And which one failed? Because dice stories tell a
Sagacity.
story.
The first sagacity.
Your sagacity.
Which I
So
still think
you
is
just don't
not
have
a
enough
true word.
knowledge of the area.
That checks out.
can I roll again?
I'm
Can
more
I
of a fighter
roll for
than
all
that.
of these?
You can roll for different ones,
as,
like
as a
history.
blessed of
Nerds.
Hesinde,
as a
my
QL1.
knowledge, I got everything.
You got everything. For history, you know that Kosh is a province of the Midden Realms.
Uh-huh.
That's about it. It's real basic at QL1. You gonna try
Give me some
religion?
Ooh. Did you succeed?
And you
Rolling
can do
those
this with a bonus
dice
of
is
2.
so beautiful. Holy moly.
Or
Remember, bonus of 2.
Wait, why does she have so many numbers next to hers and I don't?
Her character has
Because my
knowledge.
yeah, my character's all about knowing things. If you look at your combat, I don't know how many combat special abilities you have. I have 1. I don't fight.
That
I
makes
know.
sense. Smart people are nerds.
Yes.
If she had glasses, she'd have pushed them up on her nose.
I could beat you up. I could push your glasses up your nose for you.
You could.
If I roll
And then you'd be surprised.
QL2 on magical lore about Kosh, what would I know?
I got a quality level 1 again.
Wait, do we just keep going? Or do we get something?
Well, no, they're rolling on different. She's trying religion this time, so a different aspect of the knowledge. First one was history. Kosh is province
I don't really
of
wanna spend a
the
big
Midden
point
Realms.
for this, do I?
No. I mean, probably.
In Kosh, many worship Ingram, Travia, and Parain.
Travia. Who's Travia?
She didn't listen to my intro.
I did. I wrote them all down. I don't
Travia,
have...
goddess of hospitality, marriage, and peace.
Marriage, hospitality, peace.
Would you like to see the cheat sheet?
Travia. Oh, you skipped that one. If it's after Ephred.
I'm sorry.
I don't have
Travia, goddess of hospitality, marriage, and peace.
I was like, I don't have that one. Okay, so they worship Ingram, Travia, and I'm sorry. Krayos?
Parain.
Parain. Okay. All right.
A lot of farmers here.
Yeah.
Ladies. Yeah.
QL2 for magic.
Magic.
It's okay if it's nothing. I just want to be successful at something.
Oh, do you just take the best of them? The
Nope.
dice?
No, if you can get QL2 or 3, you'll know that level and everything below it. QL1 is kind of basic. Kosh is in the Midden Realms.
So I rolled
The next one would
really
provide a
low,
little bit more
so I didn't
information.
have. So I have 6 points in magical lore, and I rolled low, so I didn't have to touch any of my dice with those 6 points. So that's how I got a quality level 2.
We'll work you through it.
We'll get you. We'll get
One
you
thing you know
And now
about
I'm
this
lost.
region,
Yes.
for some of your magical studies,
Try
is
rolling for myths and
they
legends.
mine Kosh basalt,
Wait, okay.
which
So to get all of them to succeed, however many points you have
we
to
say
use
hides
is
or
the
suppresses
quality.
magic. So if you made a box out of it
Oh, okay.
and put something inside of it,
roll
you
these
couldn't
3
detect that
dice.
it's magic.
We're successful
Got it,
on
okay.
all 3 of them. And you roll
So
six
is it
legends, you have 4
therefore
points left.
expensive, or
Which
is
is
it? Is there enough of it around that
If you had
it's?
to spend a
It's one of the things they export, they mine it,
3 left.
and send it off, and people use it for different things.
It seems
Maybe if
like
you're doing a
you
dangerous
would very
experiment
generally
or
never be successful
just
in that.
something you don't want people to scry,
Be surprised.
you put it in the box.
Put it in the box. Okay, got it.
Kind of blocks
You feel that way
all
too.
that.
Try
Magic
try
both
for
ways.
myths and legends.
Got it.
See if you get
Okay.
anything from myths and legends.
Sweet.
Okay, I'm gonna do myths and legends.
Okay,
on,
so what
Shiny!
myths and legends would you know about Kosh?
You can do it.
And you don't have to know anything. It just is
I'm getting
one of the
some
things you're starting is doing your skill checks and knowing what do you know about Kosh as you've been
you
traveling.
just like the sound of them.
I feel like I should
It's like
also
right next
look
to the
up
microphone
law.
too, so I hope you
If
enjoy
any
this,
laws.
viewers.
So one. Okay. No.
See, it's like I always
Pushed
roll
over.
really high. I'm like a really good roller.
4
You're-
d20s.
sorry.
For most 20s this time.
With rolling for law knowledge, let us know if like I'm gonna get in trouble for anything.
Why would you get in trouble? You're a blessed one. You kind of get a pass through all
That's
the Midden
really
realms.
true. I don't care. Well, no, I
Unless-
do because. Let me rephrase this. Can I know the law so in case I need to like look for my husband in a prison cell,
Ooh.
I know why he's there?
Sure. Why would he be there?
Good question.
Because he's a dang fool.
You could.
She knows it.
Okay.
I
Oh,
like that.
no, I don't know anything.
You don't know anything. No particular laws to Kosh.
Okay. We know about Kosh.
So what you know, kind of some basics. Nothing too great.
Oh, are we establishing that we know each other?
That's probably because this is kind of an extended one shot.
Yes.
Cool.
You've
So
been
you guys
traveling. Maybe
I've had
because
these characters before, though, right? Like for a while.
they did.
Okay, I want to say then, like, where are we right now?
You're going along the mountain paths. It makes perfect sense that these two would say inexperienced travelers,
Can
but
I
they're not
hire you?
wilderness experienced.
My husband was my bodyguard once upon a time, and I think I still need one.
Oh, I
It would
got
make
you.
perfect sense to get a woodsman to guide them through and help protect them. Not that she needs protection.
Can I hire you?
Wait. Okay, I want to say that we're like walking by each other, right? And I stop, like I look at them, you know, and I walk by a little bit, and then I like stop, and I look back, and I come back, and I'm like, hey, ladies, you know, because I'm trying to find myself a wife
How? Okay,
better
cool
than my
question.
brother's
I'm
wife.
so sorry. How small is small for you?
Yeah.
Do you see my size now?
Well, no, like this is Becca asking Shawnee.
Yeah, my man
Okay.
would be about this size.
Okay, I'm gonna
His
be like,
voice would probably sound about how my voice sounds.
Okay.
Like maybe he missed puberty, or maybe he's
Okay.
almost there. Like
Okay.
he's almost at puberty.
okay, so if you come back and say that, be like, oh
baby.
no, sweetie, I don't need anything. It's okay.
Girl, I can guard your body all day long.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
It's the sun has an interesting effect on my tone of muscle tone.
Sir.
Yes,
Sir.
madam. I will bow as well, very ungracefully, probably.
I appreciate your offer.
Yeah, but check this out. Okay, I'm gonna take out my sword, do like a little twirl thing. Like I'm gonna be like, step back.
I'm not on the ground.
I'm gonna do like flips and stuff.
Pulling out my book. Small man makes show.
So where you want me to take you,
in
fine ladies?
Street. Is
Home.
this a Kosh custom?
I don't know,
We're-
Josh.
We're in Kosh.
Is this
This
a
is
custom around
Kosh.
here to flaunt your sword to women?
Don't most men flaunt their sword to women?
I haven't noticed.
She wouldn't.
Yeah, listen.
What?
Right.
Listen, we don't
We
need
have
to
some
talk too
things to
much,
talk
girl.
about.
Let's go.
Thank you. Do you know the woods?
Oh yeah, like the
Um,
back of my hand. I've been ranging these parts since before
Since how
Puberty.
old?
before
Sword
so never.
to me. Yeah, no. Janka has a book that she's just sitting there.
You have so many pages
yeah.
on Mylenjida.
So you
You have a
flying?
section.
Well, if we're in a
Not
mountain
high, but
pass,
you're just kind of.
Well, if when we
we're
meet
in
you,
town,
we're in
then
town.
I'm
we're walking.
on my 2 feet if we're in
Yeah.
town.
So will you take us through this mountain pass?
Oh sure.
You think
I'll
it's
take
kind
you
of
wherever you
a
want.
small
Thank you.
woodland track?
Mhm.
The locals kind of call this the road.
Got it. Yeah. So if it's
It's
narrow,
not a major road, but it's
I'm
well,
hovering.
it's not too narrow, but it's not a paved road or maintained
Right.
road.
All right.
But also,
Yeah.
if I can hover, I'm gonna hover.
So
Okay.
our introduction was super awkward.
Mhm.
I still don't understand why you flashed your sword around.
I'll explain later. You have a husband, right?
Yes,
Yeah, I'll explain later.
I don't see the husband around.
he has 2 swords.
Sounds like not a real stand-up guy. You know I'll stand up for you.
Small man. I'm sorry, and your name was? I'm Janka.
I'm Newt.
Newt.
Yeah.
How would you spell that? And what's your family name? Sorry, Janka does this.
N
Ben?
U.
Mhm.
I mean T.
Okay. Going to add some pronunciation guides in there.
I got 9 brothers, but they're all scrubs. And their wives too.
What's a scrub?
You don't
All right.
have to worry about it.
So we will go up the mountain pass, and I will ask you all the questions about your family
Right.
and how far back you can go,
Mm-hmm.
like continuously,
yeah.
just taking notes about your family.
Can I
9
have
brothers.
Pick keep an eye out
Blood type G.
when we're
Rub.
going up
G
the pass?
So Mylenjida is a witch.
A positive.
She's floating, not really floating. She's sitting on her broom,
Mhm.
flying along. They have a fly skill. It's a
Some
ritual they
people
do to make their brooms fly, or chairs or barrels or sticks or whatever. She also has a familiar named Pick, which is a raven. And you have a
fly
special
barrel?
connection with him. Because there's different talents you can pick for them?
Yes.
Abilities.
Yes. I liked to do all of the things in a character to start, because why not?
So what connection, what special things can you have Pick do for you?
So I can talk to him. He knows where I am at all times, and he can actually curse people for me. So if he is I think it's maintaining eye contact. If he just stares you down, he can deliver one of my curses for me.
So they have their normal spells, and they have special curses that they can do. So as you build your character, that's not normal. Not every witch will have that ability. They might have a familiar that can't do that. She picked these abilities for Pick. Mm-hmm. It's fun when you're a fellow player. As a GM, I'm not sure. Might have to take an arrow to the Raven. But as you are traveling through the woods, the rolling hills at the base of the Kosh Mountains, you're making your way through the picturesque Kosh past lush meadows with contentedly grazing cows and along narrow mountain paths lined with many herbs. And I say herbs because there's an age.
Herbs.
You haven't seen other travelers for quite a while. Your only companions are the multitude of annoying gnats, which seem to prefer you over the local hairy mountain cows. The warming light of Preos' disk pierces the lush trees of the forest as you step out into a glade. You catch a whiff of the smell of blueberries. But something is disturbing the peaceful atmosphere. What is it you've been hearing? A bleating sheep dashes past you, followed by another. Did you hear a bird screech?
Bleeding or
No.
bleating?
Bleating.
Okay. Bleating.
Bleating.
Yeah, okay. I
Excellent.
imagined a red.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
Did you hear a bird screeching? No, it is someone screaming for her life.
Oh.
And now you see the unlucky person. A young maiden stumbles down the slope, a small lamb pressed to her bosom. Blood stains her rough linen dress, dark in places. Behind her, you see a giant bear burst out of the forest.
Ooh.
Its loud roar echoes from the mountainside.
That's all you, boo.
What do you do?
May I please attempt to cast Placidity to calm the bear down?
Of course. And now why I said we might get into combat. Or we might just skip it altogether because the bear's happy with a jar of honey. But that's okay. That's what this game's about.
Courage,
Yes, you can.
Intelligence. Charisma. Okay.
So now when she's casting her spell, she's going to roll a skill check against her spell. And she's going to have to spend some of her AE, arcane energy, to do the spell.
Sorry. Ooh, I rolled 2 natural ones.
Critical success.
Well done.
Because on the dark eye, you want to roll low. Your target number or less. In this case, her abilities. So, what does your spell do,
So,
Mylen?
it calm any animal and prevent it from attacking. So the affected animal becomes peaceful and even allows the spellcaster to touch it. Only affects mundane animals. So if it's a magic bear...
No. It's
Yeah.
just a big
Okay. A big
Kosh bear.
Big floof bear.
8 foot long, 5 foot at the shoulder.
And so it'll last for 6 minutes because it was QL2 with the 2 crits.
That lady's got some funny things she does over there.
I just walk up and I scratch the bear ears. I'm like, shh.
I will go and
Sorry,
address
Mark.
the young woman with the lamb and discover where in the world is this blood coming from.
She has been wounded by the bear that is now sitting in the path on its haunches.
All right. Can I treat your wounds?
Kind of, I don't know if bears purr, but it's kind of making a rumbling noise in its chest.
And then we can take you home.
Yes, so you'll have to treat wounds.
I need to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the.
Got
I'm
that
gonna
bad
pout.
boy.
I'm probably gonna be pouting. Like, well, it's good that she had that funny witch stuff because I don't mess that bear up. You know?
Why would you mess this bear up? He's so sweet.
You knew what it was gonna do. You knew what it was about. He doesn't know what I'm about. I know what I'm about.
I got a level 1. No,
That face.
level 2.
He's just so cute.
Okay,
He's just
you can recover her enough. She's below half her life points, so she was hurting pretty good with pain. Depending on how much damage you take, you get pain levels. But you can patch her up enough that she thinks she can get back to her village. Thank
Do
you.
you need us to
Thank
take you home?
Yes, please.
Yo, girl,
Eyes
come
filled
on
with
me.
gratitude, the young woman looks up at you. She's lost a lot of blood, but will live. I thank you all, noble strangers. Saving a simple shepherdess like me from a bloodthirsty bear is a truly heroic deed. I thought I was dead when the bear's paws smashed down on me. If you hadn't arrived, I don't know what to think would happen.
Well,
But alas, my sheep have all run away. I don't even know if the bears killed any of them. What can I do? I cannot return to the village and leave them unattended. You saw a bunch of sheep run by. The shepherdess looks around sadly. You can see the sheep scattered around the meadow, munching on the lush grass. The tiny lamb that Ermi saved now stands nearby, as does the anxious-looking mother. She says to herself, "Oh, Imri, how unlucky you are. It will be in the middle of the night before you can gather up the flock."
She needs to look like that at Newt.
I was going to say,
Wait,
I don't
I
understand.
can track him.
Oh, would you help? That would save the village. We can't lose this many sheep.
I bet you didn't think
Sure,
you were going to
it'd be
stumble upon a hero today.
I didn't.
Ma'am. Let's track these little cloud things.
She said
What
her
do I
name
do?
was Emery.
Irmi, I-R-M-I.
Ermi.
Irmi. So this is
Well,
now
the
another
bear-
skill check, but this is a cumulative skill check that you can do together. So instead of just rolling once and either success or failure, you keep adding your successes, and when you reach the threshold, you've succeeded in gathering all the sheep up and help her getting them back towards
Going
town.
to lovingly send the bear on his way. Does it look like there's anything that happened to make him angry, or is he just hungry and wants sheep?
Can you talk to bears?
Wait, that's good. That's
That's
all
an
right.
excellent
That's awful.
question.
Yeah, so 1, and then 2, 3, was that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's your middle one for tracking? Intelligence? How's your intelligence? 13, so you have to use 5. So you still
I
have
can
3, so
read
you
a
have to follow
person's
level 1.
mind, but I don't know if I can read a bear's mind.
Okay, I got a quality level 1.
Okay, you can. That's one QL. Does anybody else try to help?
Can I use animal lore to know where the sheep are going, or do I have to use tracking?
I'll let you use animal lore.
Ugh, I don't think I made it. Ew.
Want to spend some fate points? Fate points allow you to reroll. It's always good to get them to roll them early in the adventure.
How important is it?
That we
To
get the
Ermi, it's
sheep
very
out?
important that we gather these sheep and try to get them back before nightfall and the wolves. Oh.
If we save her sheep, I could wife her up, you know? Don't worry, though. You ladies are still in the run.
Didn't think this
You say the
adventure was
word.
going that way.
Well, then I got a quality level 2.
Yes, it's not so much tracking, but you, with your animal knowledge, know this is how we get the sheep to follow us. I will get the lead ram or ewe and get the rest to follow along.
Newt, that one is the lead ram. Or ewe. Go get it.
All right.
Do you want me to try and read the bear's mind to figure out why it was mad, or just leave it alone?
Find out why I was mad. Do it. Do your witchy stuff.
I have a 6 in animal lore.
I do as well.
I can talk to the cart. I mean, pick. That came out, sorry.
So every time she says the name.
No. I just this wonderful fate chip.
Okay. The bear can make a perception check to see if it notices me trying to read its mind.
Okay. It doesn't know you're reading its mind.
No, those are a lot of ones.
Okay.
Wife white dice are so cool.
Well, I rolled another natural 1, but I also rolled a natural 20.
Maybe you have to roll 2 to be a
Right.
failure. Can you mitigate it down? Adjudicate? Adjust?
I think this is, so this one.
It's
would
2
need
1s
to
or 2
be-
20s or either end of the spectrum.
Oy, 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 oy. That. So I would need to drop it down. That. So I can get it down to a QL1.
That's fine. It, as you rub its ears and gaze into its mind, you can tell that it was pretty hungry. It was thinking of yummy sheep.
Yummy rack of lamb. Okay.
Yes, but he probably wouldn't cook it and put little booties on it, have mint jelly or anything.
Well, he could eat it and then eat some mint.
He could. He's a sophisticated bear.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, my character would eat a lot of meat, but maybe it makes my tummy upset sometimes.
Is this a common element among your family?
I don't know. Those fools don't mean nothing to me. What am I talking about?
So you send it off? Kinda?
Yeah. I lovingly whisper in its ear, "You don't want sheep today." Send it off. I'm just imagining pushing a giant bear button.
It takes a few steps and looks back at you longingly like, don't you want to rub my ears so much? This lasts for several minutes, right? Your spell?
Yeah. 6 minutes.
Placidity.
Mm-hmm.
So the bear goes off. The sheep stay away from the bear. You help her gather up all the sheep. She shows you where to lead them up the path to a quaint mountain village, half-timbered homes. She leads you to a little pen and opens it up, and all the sheep go in. And she thanks you again profusely.
So is your family from around here?
Yes,
How many generations have you been here?
we've been here forever.
Yeah, that doesn't answer my questions. Were your grandparents here?
Yes, but they've passed.
Were you...
I visit them in the Boron yard, and she points kind of to the edge of the village, and you can see the gravestones.
I will be over there shortly.
What is with you and generations?
This is Oldenbridge. There's the tap room.
You don't happen to have a library, do you?
No. The Blessed One of Preos has a few books, though. She kind of gestures towards a small chapel.
Okay. And I turn around and go up towards the Blessed One of Preos.
She's a book person.
Blessed of Hesinde? You know, knowledge.
The sun is setting. Light shining off. The golden glow on the Kosh Mountains.
Can we get a room at the tavern?
You can head to
Yeah.
the grain room.
The grain room?
Is that what it's called? The grain room?
That is the name of the inn/tap room of this quaint mountain village. Little stream flows through the middle of it. Again, picture your typical old medieval villages with half-timbered houses, thatched roofs.
You should probably ask for the room because people don't tend to respond well.
Oh, I'm heading up towards
Janka!
the Blessed One. Oh, what?
You can go in a second. Can you talk to the barkeep so we can get a room because they tend to not like me.
She's got weird eyes for sure.
Oh, that's what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, sure, no problem.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, great. And then you can go look at books.
Okay.
And
I'll
I'm gonna
look at
get
her.
a big beer. Sorry. Won't do it again.
I think he can get his own room. Do you really want to share a room with a prepubescent teenager?
Listen, if I'm guiding you guys around, you'll buy me a room, right?
I'll go talk to the bartender about a room.
Just do.
Ermi goes over there and announces that these brave adventurers saved me and the flock There's quite the commotion.
So,
Yes, we did.
yes, no, I need
The
a
innkeeper
room.
comes over.
Huzzah.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yanka walks through the world like this.
Oh, I'm there for it.
So,
There
I'm
for
so sorry.
Me too, yeah, I like it.
You're going to have to interrupt me
No
if you want anything
nonsense,
from
Count
her.
Lady.
it. Sneaking.
Yes, we need a room. 2
Yes.
rooms? How many do
Gunilda
you
comes
have?
over.
Brunilda.
Gunilda, Gunelde.
Gunilda.
Gunilda. She's middle-aged, stout, cheerful. Yes. Come, sit. What would you like? I know. I'll bring you a beer. And she
No.
hustles off.
Yeah,
That's not what...
the dark one.
She comes back, plops 3 large tankards of... So, yes, I have a nice roast in the oven.
That's lovely. Rooms.
Yes, I have a dormitory with 6 beds, and I have 2 private rooms.
How many beds in a private room?
2. But you probably want 1 each, I'm guessing.
We will share 1 room. And Newt here will be in the second. Well,
I
it
thought you were
depends.
going to say the dorm.
You put me in the dorm.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought about it.
There might be some fine ladies in there. Also, just to note, I'm gonna definitely take a sip of the beer in a manly way and then get like really nauseated and grossed out by it.
Okay, because I pushed mine towards you, so like you currently have
I got it.
So each of the private rooms is 5 silver thalers each.
How much for the dorm?
4 hollers.
All right.
Holla.
So we will take a private room and put him in a dorm.
A
That's
bed
all
in the
right.
dorm. You've
I don't
had
even need a
worse
bed.
sleeping in the woods.
Yeah.
Thanks.
They have 6 comfortable straw beds in there. It's just kind of a common room. You'd share it with whatever other travelers, or maybe someone sleeping it off because they
Is
couldn't
it-
get home to their farm.
10 haler to a silver thaler.
Yeah, I have to do some conversion.
I think so. It's been a long
Okay.
time.
Sweet.
I don't know how. Well, I do know how, but sorry, this character came just straight
So-
from before.
About the roast. Yes?
Oh, yes, sure. Food. You want food. Of course, you want food. You're growing.
And Ermi's kind of hitting the other people in the... Before you know it, a crowd is gathered at your table.
Oh
people
no!
So how did you...
I don't want to be here anymore.
You just
So what happened
Where do you all
was...
call from?
You just go. Oh, look, I spilled a beer.
Can I get out, or are they all around?
Somebody... Oh, there's... You get slaps on the back. Thanks for helping us out.
Oh, I tried.
Somebody look... Oh, that's a large weapon.
Yeah. Bigger the better, you know.
Do you use it
what I would
often,
say.
Sir Knight?
I had to. Had to when I saved these ladies from the ferocious bear that was out there. Also that shepherdess
That's
lady,
not
too.
quite what happened.
Yeah, don't listen to her. She's a nerd, you know what I'm saying?
There was
Anyways,
no fighting the bear.
No, the
I
bear
heard
was
the scream.
adorable, and he sat down
See-
and just
Someone's
wandered
like,
off.
is the
As
city
you
of
can
Gareth is
tell.
really as large as they say?
Yes. I don't know, what do they say?
They say it's as large as Kosh.
What's his name?
The city of Gareth,
No.
which is the capital.
Well, not potentially.
These are country bumpkins.
popular. Population-wise, I suppose it could encompass everyone from Kosh. But if you're talking about like land amount, mile to mile, no, Kosh has much more land than Gareth does.
Square footage.
Square footage, yeah. But packed much
Eyes
tighter.
glaze over.
Oh yeah, no. She's gonna go
I'm helping.
into the economics between Kosh and Gareth, and how if you really want to compare the two, if you're gonna talk about the rural economics versus city
Slide that beer back
economics,
to you.
Yeah.
and yeah, she's just gonna go on to whoever poor soul.
And more tankards and such are set on the table.
Do you
Does
have
anyone
anything
wish
stronger
to
than beer?
partake and maybe carouse, which is a skill?
It is. I actually have that skill.
What is it?
I have hoist and
Carousing.
Carouse.
There's so many words in here that I swear do
No, I
not.
don't have
It's the second one down on the left.
You do. You got a 1.
You can carouse.
But I got a
Carouse, baby.
6 body control. Hey, lady. What does carouse mean, though, if I
Drinking.
succeed?
If you succeed, you can drink and drink and you don't get drunk.
Oh,
if you
it
start
makes sense
failing,
to be
then
a
you
1.
start getting levels of stupor.
Because I'm definitely...
Try it.
You're a beginner.
Come on, Shawnee, roll some dice.
See, if you would pick this character of the pre-made,
Oh, I got a 1.
You
He's
could
a 10.
carouse.
Oh, no?
A 10
he's a Thorwald.
carouse.
He has a carouse of 10.
Oh.
I have a carouse
He has
of 1.
nothing in knowledge.
I was about to say, people keep pushing things, and I keep talking. I'm going to end up drinking.
I don't have any carousing, so I'm going to sip my beer.
That's actually not bad.
Nice.
Oh, Jared, the beer's not for you. Would you like some Kosh water?
Do I know what's like
Moonshine. Schnapps.
Schnapps? Sure, I'll try it.
She'll bring you a nice little silver thimble of
I'll sip
I
the-
missed by
sipping
1.
whiskey.
Yeah,
I
I'll
failed.
sip some Kosh. Oh,
I
did
won.
as
Oh, no.
well.
oh no.
I did as well. My last one, I think.
You failed?
I did. Not by 1. It was quite sad.
Okay.
I needed 1 more point to
You're
be
gonna have to
successful.
It's not as bad as you think. You're going to have to fail a whole bunch to get drunk.
I was gonna say,
I think it's kind of funny, though,
I
because,
have to use my stay dry
You
cantrip.
start getting
like,
different
completely in
levels.
character, my person was not strong enough. So...
Yeah, what?
How
what
am I stronger than you?
what
Actually,
attribute?
never mind. Take that back. What?
but he's good with the bow.
Yeah.
He
Bullseye.
is. We haven't seen it yet, but that's what
We've
he
seen
says.
some sword brandishing, but no bow.
I wonder, do I get, could I get, +1 when, a lady's watching?
Say yes.
Sure.
Plus +1 to everything when a lady,
Alright.
or -1, is that how it works? -1? -1
There you
when
go.
ladies are watching.
Is anyone in the room looking at us weird?
No, but everyone else in the room is also drinking.
Sweet.
So
Oh,
you're
comfortable. You're just gonna keep going.
picture that, quaint country village that doesn't get many visitors. And not only did you stop by, but you saved the shepherdess and the sheep,
Mm-hmm.
which, if the flock's decimated, it probably doesn't do well for this. Maybe they get the wool and the meat and all that. And you're just like local celebrities.
I'm super uncomfortable with all of this. Wait.
That roast. Can we get some of that roast?
Yes.
Sweet. Just if your mouth is full, you can't talk.
But it's impolite.
If your mouth is full, you can't talk.
That's
it's
true.
impolite,
And
so-
this dwarf does kind of come
Shit.
up, kind of elbows his way. Ah, lucky you were there.
Yes.
Last month
Luck has nothing to do with it.
a shepherd was attacked and he wasn't as lucky. His bones are in the boron yard.
I need to go look at the boron yard.
Makes
A little
sense.
unsteady on your feet.
Well, after I eat.
Why do you
Okay.
guys go through so many shepherds? You got weak shepherds running around?
What attacked him?
A bear.
You have problems with bears.
Is it
Yes.
the same bear every time, or is it different bears? Is it like a bear infestation?
I don't know.
How long have you been in this town?
40, 50 years.
Did you
I'm the smith. You can tell
migrate
from his...
here? Or
Anyways, so how
Well, my
many
kin lived to the
bear
south.
attacks you seen?
why are you here?
I'm
Oh,
the
I'm sorry,
village
that's a rude
smith.
Oh,
Listen,
Again, food in your mouth.
she's gonna keep
means you
going until
don't
somebody
have to
stops her. So
talk.
tell me how many of these bear attacks you seen? Why haven't you stepped up to save the old lady,
I wasn't out there. I would have. I was in the smith making stuff.
Making stuff. So how many have you gone through? How many bear attacks have there been? Barely any?
That's the only one they mentioned.
Janka snorts at that.
You said 11?
Not many.
Oh.
The only one, well, 2, including today.
Huh.
In recent history.
In recent history.
Now, as you sit there and drink more as the evening goes on, I'm sure someone will tell a story of, well, when I was a kid,
Oh,
Good,
So this
I want that
happened
story.
Before?
they tell stories of,
I get out
the bad winter. Now, this is 1038 FB, Fall of Busburn, so this is the year 1038. So they tell you of the winter of 1020, when the snows were so bad and the wolves were howling at the door.
bad winter.
If you're willing to listen, some of the old timers will tell you stories.
I listen and I write it all down.
There you go.
I'm gonna be talking to the cute ladies over at the bar.
There is a cute waitress.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to her and be like, "Did you hear I saved that lamb lady from the and the other ladies from the bear?"
Since you inquired, you can give me perception.
That
I enjoy this character.
I've never had a male character before, so
It's wonderful.
Perception.
Her name is Ulmia.
What is it?
Ulmia.
Yeah.
Ulmia.
LMIA.
The waitress you're talking to.
Whoa! I rolled 3 13s.
Woot.
Because you're a witch.
She's a witch.
I'm not a witch, I'm your wife. Okay, so that is QL1.
Okay. So you notice, since you were taking an interest in people in the crowd,
Mhm.
when Newt is talking to Ulmia, there is a young farmer who's shooting daggers with his eyes.
Got it.
Don't know if he'll do anything about it. He is quite a bit larger than Newt, but you're larger than Newt.
Right. You see Mylenjida, way. Does she want to see Newt get pummeled?
Nothing yet, just kind of like,
Yeah,
why are you
keeping an
talking?
eye,
Why are you talking to the local girl?
Debating if I will end up interceding.
Meanwhile, Newt saying something like, "You ever think that you can't spell your name without you and I putting them together?"
How many beers has Newt had?
A fourth of one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
half of one.
So you want to go somewhere? That's what I'm gonna say. I can show you my sword tricks. I don't mean it like
You
that.
can
I mean my real sword.
give a seduction roll.
No,
Do it.
I'm gonna laugh at
That's
this.
actually a skill.
You got nothing.
I got nothing.
But-
Yeah, I'm
But
assuming I
you
would
can
do.
still do a quality level 1 if you're
Exactly what Ulmia is thinking is you got nothing. But you never know.
Come on, crit!
Ooh. Hard no. She's not into it.
She's, yep, no.
I guess
Came out a little bit too strong, and she's like, yeah, no, oh wait, yeah, I'll be right there. Sorry, I got to fill this drink, and she leaves. Is there anything else you want to do tonight besides drinking to the wee hours with the locals?
Oh no, now I'm just totally distracted by stories.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was going
And
to talk to the Blessed and I was going to go to the Boron Yard, but now people are telling me stories and I have to write them down. And then I'm going to get tired and I'm going to be like, right, I paid for bed.
Mm-hmm.
And leave. I'm not going to say goodnight or I'm just going to stand up and go upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna go outside so I can take my sword out and do some cool sword. Like maybe I swing around, I put it on the ground, I lean on it, see if there's any passing ladies that wanna.
How many days
The
have
only
we
one
been
paying
traveling?
attention is that lead you, who is in the pen.
That still works. Yeah, my chest gets a little bigger with that. Yeah.
How many days have we traveled with Newt?
Just a few days.
Have you tried anything with us?
No, well, I'm not
Well,
a
initial-
perv.
That
I know.
I'm just a hero.
Okay, if you've
who
been
will not
flirting,
stop.
if you've been flirting, I'm so sorry, but Janka has not noticed.
Yeah, that's all right. Okay. Most
Just-
people don't notice.
Has
When they
absolutely no-
leave.
You go sleep in the dorm on your straw mattress.
Yeah, I'll go up there because I'm guessing I probably get pretty exhausted after swinging that sword around. all over the
You
place.
probably do. Stumble upstairs.
Yeah, I'll stumble up the stairs.
So morning comes. You didn't say you were partaking, so you're fine. You both wake up with headaches. Cottonmouth. Why did I drink so much?
Totally didn't drink that much. Can I heal myself?
You haven't lost any life points. You're just kind of like, oh, I don't feel good. I mean, I guess if you want to spend the KP to... Is that a spell? Do you want to invent a spell? Remove?
Well, I mean,
Hangover.
I can bless myself.
Oh.
Bless
I
some
can
healing.
spit acidic bile on you.
That's cool.
Taste.
Have you seen my serpent staff?
Is that like his sword?
No. It's a
when
magical
you
thing.
Rest. I forget how
So
and when you
Each
recover things.
6 hour period is a
Well,
recovery.
magical.
Okay.
So
You
you
haven't
can
seen
sleep
it yet.
and get 2 of them.
Okay.
Remember, you roll a d6 to recover your
So I'd
AE.
roll
Pulling it out
2d6.
and showing you.
Yeah, you can roll 2d6. So when they rest, they can recover AE in her case, or
you
KP
wish, girl.
for the blessed ones. Or if you're wounded, you can recover some lost life points.
Dude, back to full.
Alright, what am I doing? Do I like fall off the top bunk?
They're not top bunks, it's more of a straw mattress on the floor.
Oh. Probably fall off that anyways.
Roll. Good
You feel like you fall off? Yeah. So
Yeah.
you come down in the morning, you enter the warm common room somewhat sluggishly. A few villagers are sitting together, eating their porridge before a hard day of work. Robosh the smith mumbles something, and the others nod at you encouragingly and respectfully. You have shown that you can not only put up a fight, but also drink. The big-boned
Yeah, that's
innkeeper, Gunilda, directs you to a round table near the bar. You cannot believe your eyes. In addition to fresh rye bread, the table is set with a nice assortment of tasty things. You can see spicy mountain cheese, hard-cured boar sausage, gently smoked ham, and a sweet warm porridge that smells delicious. The innkeeper winks at you and says, "You know, it is 10th day today. We all must do our part for Lord Preos. I'm a little late this year, so I still have some work to do. Preonde asks us to arrive at noon. Would you like to join? We have a service then, and it's important to honor the gods, I tell you."
Well, of course it is.
Yes.
I'm gonna start eating all the stuff that's on the thing.
There you go.
Vaguely
We would
listening
be
to whatever
happy.
she's saying.
I would be happy to join.
Very well.
Smack.
Mouth stuffed full of sausage and porridge.
And Newt will join us
bread.
as well.
Very well. She hustles off to do innkeep stuff.
I'm sure we've had discussions.
I just kind of follow along. Every once in a while, I'll just kind of steer you back in the direction we need to go.
Sounds about right. We get distracted by the boron yard in the morning.
Yep. Service is at noon, so you have the morning if you want to go look at the boron yard and write down everyone's name.
Which I will do.
Yes.
Go Janka.
I will have Picard just come pick. It's a hard habit to break. Fly around just casually.
Just fly casually.
Yeah. Like flit around
Okay.
the town, see if he notices anything super strange. Otherwise,
No, you
Just
see
hanging
people
out.
working in the field, tending either the cows or the sheep, cutting wood, doing all the stuff that a normal small little village. We're talking small, I'm talking 100 to 150 people tops in this whole area. And you can see a little bit farther out, there might be a farmstead somewhere. A few houses here in town. That's all you're going to do. We'll move to noon.
yeah, I
And
don't know
as
of anything else.
Just
we need
before
to
noon,
do.
you'll see people start to gather towards the shrine, which is kind of the east side of town. You'll see a small shrine to Preos, and they all start to gather over there.
I am still in the boron yard.
I
Just
will
going to let you know.
go retrieve you from
Oh.
the boron yard.
Thank you.
You said you wanted to go to the thing.
Yes. Oh,
It's
yes.
starting
Where's
now.
Newt? He should join us and he can pray and perhaps
You gather up Newt and head over to the shrine.
fill out.
Yeah,
He
alright.
looks underfed.
Oh, really? Right. Yeah. He looks 11.
He said he was 21.
He looks 11.
I mean, I'm 21. I don't
Do
know
you
why
see
I
how
thought he
he,
was
like-
21.
I don't think he ever told us his age.
No, he didn't.
He wants you to believe he's 21.
If you asked,
He
I'd
didn't.
say old enough.
Right, which is why Yanka's like, oh, so you're 21
So-
like me, okay.
The villagers gather around, and a woman, somewhere 35 to 40-ish, comes out in the dress robes of Preos. thanks the villagers for their hard work and righteousness for the year, praises the spirit of cooperation within the village and community, has a little communal prayer, takes her place. Oh, just a minute. Let me go get the chest. These tardy payments have to be submitted. She goes into the building that she lives in. You can see the shrine, and there's a building where she lives. A short while later, there's a shrill cry from inside. The Blessed One rushes out to speak to the villagers, her face very pale. With a terrified look, Prayonde, the Blessed One, stands before you.
Is it another bear?
What?
Is it another bear?
No.
Okay.
A vein pulses visibly on her brow, and she is breathing heavily. By Praos, will blasphemies never end? The tithe chest has been stolen, along with everything in it. All the tithes you good people have paid this year are gone. A great evil moves through Olden Bridge. The thefts of the last few weeks were only harbingers for the machinations at work here. May Praos show mercy. There is a blasphemer in our midst, and we must ask ourselves if we are guilty, each, and she looks around, each and every one of us. I will bring the thief to justice. This evil deed will not go unpunished. A shocked groan runs through the crowd. The villagers look around abashedly, and you realize that the true scale of the disaster. This isn't just about some golden coins. Divine order is in peril.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever steals from the count and the temple hurts the world, order pleasing unto Praos, and commits a blasphemy greater than mere theft.
Right. Can I...
All the villagers are kind of looking at our neighbors like, oh, who did that?
As a fellow Blessed One, is there any way that I can sense her sincerity?
Sure.
Or is
that would be
this-
empathy.
I don't like that
One of the social skills.
Oh no, I got a 4 in that. Look at me.
Ooh, I have really
You say
good
you don't have
empathy.
any empathy. You're socially awkward, but you can read people.
Right.
She's angry.
That's what it is. She's angry. Oh, that did not roll well. Can I do an empathy roll? Well, except my last one. Okay. I failed.
You think she's angry.
I do.
Vane's.
Oh, no. Not even close.
The Blessed One of Praos appraises you with stern eyes. Well, we do have outsiders in the village, but they have already saved one of our own from certain death. I believe they are
Also-
not involved in the thefts.
I am a
For
blessed
they are only
one.
arrived in Old Ridge yesterday.
Are you really going to blame me?
No. In fact, I declare these heroes are the right people to solve the blasphemous crimes plaguing this community. She looks at the three of you. Are you willing to fight for truth under Praos' shining aegis of justice?
Yo,
Are
we
you
just
willing
got
to
here and
investigate
you're
with
putting
an
us to
open
work?
mind, follow every lead, and tell me what you discover?
Well, of course, Sasende wants to uncover this knowledge.
Very well.
What is true and right. One must always
Sure.
study people and their
Mhm.
motives,
Yeah, we'll
what
help.
they think, their
They
emotions.
Yeah, we're happy to
Mhm.
help. Well, at least Janka and I are. Newt, you want to help? You know,
Yeah, well,
ladies
somebody's
really like a
gotta be there.
hero.
Yeah, somebody's got to be there to protect you guys.
Okay.
Like you guys could do it on your own.
Very well. She looks at the villagers.
I don't think you're 21.
Go about your business. Please. Come inside, and she invites you into her.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you're doing here, priest lady.
Go inside.
Does it look like the door was, like the lock was busted? Does it look like the door was kicked in?
Just in passing, or are you going to stop and study
No,
the
I'm
door?
gonna stop and study the door.
Okay.
So is that perception?
Give us that perception.
Perception.
Yeah, try to do that as well. Look around.
Oh, I want to do a perception. I get a +1 for illusions. Is there an illusion here?
You only know
Give me a roll.
if you roll it.
Guys,
+1 for
I just
perception.
rolled 3 threes.
You're a witch. Someone get a duck.
Cloudy level 2.
You see right through the illusion of Newt, and he is this a skinny young.
Quality level 2 on the door.
The
Is
door
it
looks
punched
fine.
in? Okay.
Doesn't look,
Finagled,
Nope.
finessed.
has the normal wear marks of someone like opening and shutting the door. There's no jimmy marks. It's not broken, not scratched at all. Not-
Someone was able to get in without breaking in.
Was there a blessed one of Fex around?
No, I'm the only blessed one here.
Are
I
there
grew up in
any-
this area and came back after my seminary.
Why?
Yeah,
My
I got a
calling
perception check of
takes me
quality 2.
Here
Nice.
to the people.
What you looking for?
I'm just looking around.
Okay.
I believe they need me here.
Scoping it out.
Yeah, I'll scope it out. Could I do a perception check? Well, I did one.
For
Just looking around, seeing things around the inside of this lady's house.
okay,
Or
sure.
where the room we're in.
Then you had a QL2?
And I had a QL2.
It looks like a normal place that someone would live in. You can see another door that leads to another room in the back.
Where did you keep the tithe chest?
She points to that one room back there. The door is open now. I keep it in my office.
Who has access to your office?
Just me. This has never happened before. Who breaks into Blessed One's quarters and steals
Well,
something?
the door doesn't look like someone broke in. So, are there people in the village who can come and go from your home easily? You know,
Well,
loved
People do come to me at
one?
all times of day and night. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I've locked the door.
Do you lock your office door?
No.
Can we go check out? Well, can I go check out the room where she keeps the chest?
Sure. Please.
Anything suspicious in there?
No, she's like, here, I keep it in this wardrobe with my liturgical gowns. I last wore these last week, and I knew it was here. It had to be. I would have noticed if it was gone.
Can I find the back of the wardrobe?
And you press into another land.
And
With a fawn.
here we go.
I just know it doesn't seem to have any kind of false back, if that's what you're looking
I
for.
just want to see if there's anything weird in the back.
No, she just has her gowns, like everyday kind of clothes, and then hers different types of robes, all having a symbol of Breos. You'd
Okay.
recognize them for different feast days that she would wear different robes.
When you put on your robes today, did you notice the box?
I don't know. It might have been here. I don't normally look to make sure it's there.
Huh. You're not. Some people need to observe the world around them better.
Could be. Oh, I don't know what we'll do. Everything was in there from the year.
I am most disturbed by this. Perturbed.
Yes.
Not disturbed. I'm perturbed.
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 Don't even know who would even think about doing something like this.
I know. It's unheard of.
Who in the village do you trust the least?
Who's got the shiftiest
Prayers
eyes?
be with me. I don't want to make false accusations. I've known most of these people for years, even though I went away for a long time. Well, there's two who are not really part of the community, but I don't
The dwarf
think it
is
was
one.
them. No.
But he's,
Robosh has been here forever.
He's trustworthy.
Robosh has been
Can
here
tell.
forever. There's a huntress, Jadewine, who lives in the edge of the forest,
Huntress.
and there's an elf who very peculiar.
Elves are.
Man.
I met an elf
Then you know.
once. She was interesting.
What was the name of the huntress?
Jadewine, Jad wine,
Okay. And then the elf?
EILI DIEL.
Okay. You can get there, I believe in you.
I missed like half of them. I'm sorry.
DL.
There we go. And why do you suspect these two?
Just they're not really part of the community. I mean, sometimes she provides game for the town, but the elf never comes
Is
in.
there anyone else in town that has been experiencing financial difficulty?
Not difficulty, but there have been thefts.
Who was the gentleman who wants to go to Gareth?
I don't know if anybody wants to go.
Oh, the
More
one who's
of-
asking you about it.
They hear stories from travelers, the few travelers that happen to come by. Or they hear old stories of Gareth. I mean, who would not want to go see the Empress?
So who else was robbed?
Separate my notes for player handout 1. Should have cut these apart.
Oh, you get handouts?
Yes, there's a handout. Yeah, I'll just give you both of them.
Okay.
One's an inventory of the chest and
Okay.
what was in it.
Okay.
And the other one is the Chronicles of Oldenbridge, and it's kind of her entries of what's happened.
Okay.
I guess you're the one that can read.
Excuse me, I can read.
No, you can. Do you want half of it?
Yes. I'll take the chest since you're
Ooh,
interested
Chronicles.
in history.
Yes.
Inventory. So figurine, books, tithes, tithe payments, temple intercession.
So her job is to
temple
collect all the tithes
tax.
and then send it off to Angbar,
So
which is the
this
capital of Kosh.
this lump of metal. When did that fall from the sky? It says lump of metal fallen from sky, probably magical.
A sign from my lord led me to find it.
Okay.
I was walking through the forest when a ray of sunlight pierced the clouds and something glittered. There it was, in the waters of the Bommel. I fished it out and carried the heavy thing home. Nobody saw me, and pray us forgive me, I told no one about the find. Instead, because it felt weird, I locked it away in the chest lined with Kosh basalt. The surf of the stone kept changing. Sometimes it was smooth, at other times it was dark. Lord Preos does not love things like that, for they are the cause of disorder. You know that
I
the
do.
followers are not into magic, unlike your order. So I shut it away in the chest. As I said, Kosh basalt blocks magic. I wanted to take the stone along when I delivered the tithe to the main temple in Angbar. Let them deal with it.
Did you tell anybody about it?
No.
And you say no one saw you come home.
I don't believe
How
they
long
did.
ago did you find this?
Couple 3 weeks ago.
Okay. What day of the moon? It needs to go into my chronological
Luckily, I have a calendar made up.
order here.
I found it on the 12th of Raja.
Okay.
Let's see.
And
Let's see what else.
It's a long journey to Angbar, so I was going to take it along with you.
After you
Right.
found it, the theft started. But we're not jumping to conclusions.
So you blame the stone?
Correlation is not causation.
You blame the stone?
No, of course not. Stones cannot steal things, but people can want to steal the stone, and therefore steal things from other people.
Who would want a stone? You just find one in the woods.
Can I do an empathy check on her? She's telling us about this stone. See if she's acting weird.
Sure.
Acting weird. Ooh. Let's see.
Stop it.
Quality level 1.
She seems... Well, I mean, she's agitated about the thefts.
Mm-hmm.
She's agitated about the theft of the chest, but you don't think she's lying about anything.
Okay.
She's not trying to hide anything. She doesn't know what the stone does. Probably know a basic knowledge of some of the blessed ones that you might have met through travels. They each have their own aspects, Prayos is kind of anti-magic. They don't trust it. In this case, she wanted to hide it and pass it on to the main temple, let those more experienced to deal with it. It shouldn't be out loose. They don't believe magic should be out loose in the world. It causes a lot of trouble.
Got it. Okay. And then feel free to shoot me down. Could I also do an astronomy check and see if I recognize anything about that time of the month that the stone fell?
Sure.
Could I do a tracking for the chest just to see if I could see where it might have, if anybody left any footprints or?
In the building or outside the building?
Probably outside. Well,
looking around, the inside looks pretty well swept, besides whatever dirt you guys just tracked in.
So yeah, I guess outside, like around the building.
Sure.
See if there's
You can
any...
go outside and take a look.
Should I spend a fate point?
For astronomy? Possibly.
Oh, if you spend
Remember, the next time we meet, you will regain one fate for the session.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. QL2 on astronomy using a fate point.
Okay, so from an astronomy standpoint, there's no... And you're very tied to the moon,
Mm-hmm.
child of mine.
Yo, I got the 8.
8.
So
There's no set, like,
If
yes, these
humanoids,
constellations
you'd
were
actually
here
have
and something,
Mm-hmm.
but you do remember, because you do study the stars, lately there have been a lot of meteor showers, and in the past 6 months, certain constellations change, and some stars are disappearing. So things have changed in the stars some.
Okay.
You don't remember anything specific as far as on this day something happened, but
Yeah.
there have been a lot more activity.
I got a QL3 or a
Whoa!
4 if it's a humanoid.
So now you finally took a skill that you have some points in and rolled fairly well.
Well, it's,
You find lots of tracks. The whole village was gathered outside the shrine. So, and you're out there for a while, and you come back, and she's kind of doing... Remember the scene in The Princess Bride when he's following the fight afterwards, and he's dancing? She's kind of doing that back and forth and moving and following footsteps, and okay, that goes to that farm. You don't find any set, like, tracks leading from this that are different, because everyone was here and kind of trampled maybe whatever evidence there was.
I thought it was 2 separate things. One was a shrine, and then one was.
Well, the shrine's right out front of her building.
Yeah, but
Were you
there would
looking
be,
in the house?
There would be around the house.
Around.
There'd be obvious trails leading from the house, especially
Yes.
if she's the only one who leaves.
In fact, with a QL, would you have 4?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're so good, you step out and you go, you know what? 4 people walked in no longer than 10 minutes ago.
Yes, I am a very good tracker. Who were the last 4 people to be here? Do you know? Wait.
And the Blessed One.
Oh, seriously?
So you just tracks. You knew that 4 people, 3 women and a scrawny guy walked in. One had a limp.
Listen.
He's very sensitive about his size.
He is. I have called him child many a time, and
Actually, it's either 3 women and a skinny lad, or 4 women. Not sure. It's kind of a small, light boot.
Oh. I'm gonna wait outside. I'm gonna go outside and wait outside.
You rolled really well. It's just there's been too much
no-
traffic. So, unfortunately.
So irrelevant.
So, are you
Elephant?
willing to take on and
Yes.
discover more? Do you have more questions from her?
Did you notice anything after you held the stone? Did it do anything to you? I mean, you said it felt weird. Did you feel
Felt weird and the surface shifted. It wasn't normal, so it scared me. And I put it in the chest. You can't trust magic, you know.
Huh?
Tell me that. I'm superstitious too.
She doesn't know the witch, right?
You haven't done anything witch-like in
okay.
I haven't
town.
done any witchy.
There's a crow or
A
raven or a crow. This is a black bird flying around, but it hasn't landed on your shoulder and whispered in your ear. So until that happens, or you fly in your broom around town,
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah,
you're just
can't
a traveling
trust
herb
magic.
woman.
Herb woman.
I'll explain sarcasm
Okay. Now has tried several times.
later. Maybe this time it'll stick.
Uh-huh.
Never know.
Yeah, no, we'll agree to help. I don't think I have any other questions. Do you?
I don't have any for her.
Astronomy was
Okay.
my long shot.
You have some leads. You have some people that
I mean,
she's not sure of because they're not part of the community that's been here forever.
Mm-hmm.
You have the list of things that were stolen and from who?
Yep.
So you have them.
Yep. Cool.
If there's no other questions from them, this is probably a really good time for us to take a quick break before you begin your investigation and grilling these poor mountain villagers.
I just want you to be aware my grilling is loose.
You're loose.
I'm guessing you will wear them down with
Yes.
questions until they're
That's
incoherent.
That's exactly what is going to
Yeah.
happen.
Yep.
Where she'll get picked to do something to him.
Sorry, I wanted to.
He'll
bounce
flourish
my
his
pen.
sword
It
and
just felt right. Sorry.
try to intimidate. I'm counting on 220s when you do that. And the sword will go flying. Yeah. So we're going to take a quick break, refresh our beverages, and when we come back, the Mighty Three shall begin their investigation of Oldenbridge and what evil is afoot.
Those are some serious guns you have over there, Newt.
Welcome back to Revelations from Heaven, a Dark Eye adventure that we're running tonight and next week in lieu of our Torg Tuesdays. When we last left the Mighty Three, they had agreed to investigate the happenings in Oldenbridge, thefts of the chest, and blasphemy to the gods. So where
We are going to go
Are you off to
and
next?
meet with Eltal Algarian, the grocer.
We want to talk to the people who've been robbed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's the most recent. We're going to backtrack.
Work it back, work it back, work it back.
Okay. Not hard. Ask people in the little small villages. Oh yeah, that's the grocers are right over there.
I'll stay on guard outside.
Is there anybody following us around?
Oh yeah, Pick's keeping an eye out. Is anybody following us?
Just Newt.
Just
Okay.
No matter how hard you try, you can't lose them. Every time you stop,
are
it's,
amazing
"What's
at
up?"
tracking.
It's true, yeah.
I know. You're just the absolute best at following us. Keeping an eye out.
That's what I do. Gotta keep my ladies safe.
What's your name?
Do you go into the grocery?
Yes.
Oh,
No, I stay outside.
Ethel
Etel.
Ulgarin.
That's how you say that? That's not how you spelled it. Tell me about this ring you had stolen.
Yes, 3 days ago. It was a signet ring with my family. Owned for generations.
Have any magic powers?
No?
Just sentiment.
Yes. Set it on my nightstand and went to bed, and the next morning it was nowhere to be found.
Do you always put it on your nightstand?
Yes?
How far away from your bed is your nightstand?
1.2 cubits.
How many people are in the room with you when you put it on your nightstand?
Me and my wife.
Who's your wife? Mark,
Mrs.
I really
Algarin?
hope you have
Mrs.
one.
Algarin,
And her first name would be...
give me a second.
Give me a second.
I haven't
Is that a
completely
family
memorized the
game?
adventure.
So sorry.
Do you and your wife have a good relationship?
Of course.
That's a little personal, don't you think?
Well, I mean, if they don't have a good relationship and she's out to get him, she might, take a prized possession.
Do you ever think about leaving your wife?
hard turn into the personal.
I thought you were kind of loose with your grilling and not. Have you committed the murder?
This is Janka loose. I don't know what you're talking about. She hasn't. Is there a murder?
No, I'm just the way you're
Good question.
accusing him of something. He doesn't.
Well, because we strayed into marital affairs, and that
Yes.
made it take a hard
No,
turn.
he does not
He does not what?
want to leave his wife.
Oh, okay. He does not like his wife. He does not love his wife. Was there anything found in the room the morning after the ring was taken? Footprints, water stains, a weird smell,
No.
bear fur.
Where's your
No.
Where's your bed? On the second floor? Or
The bear
first
did it.
floor? First floor or second floor?
Second floor. When you
Do
see
your
stairs in the back of the shop.
Squeak? Hey,
Do you lock the door?
Yes.
can you check the
How many
stairs?
I'm
doors
not
do
as
you
trusting.
See how they squeak.
The front door and the back door.
Not your bedroom door?
Why would I lock my own bedroom door?
So that
So
people
Janka
won't
keeps
steal
a
your
straight
ring.
face.
Yeah.
Who
but
else is
why
in the
do you
house
lock
with you?
bedroom doors?
Just me and my wife. You'll learn just to ignore a lot of things. Just let it
You
die
and your
out.
wife,
Just me and my wife.
whose name is
Mrs. Because I can't find it.
Wife.
Yes, wife.
Do you have any pets?
No.
Do you have a window in your bedroom?
Yes.
Is it usually open or closed?
Well, being Raja, yes, it's open. It's warm, but
Do you
the
have a
cool
screen?
evening.
How many
A what?
how many
Oh, what?
windows do you have in your bedroom?
One.
And then you leave your bedroom door ajar to get a breeze.
Yes.
Maybe I can check the window, see if there's any.
You understand.
Did anybody suspicious come into your store before the ring was stolen?
Oh yeah, did anyone
Winelda.
comment on your ring?
Her name is Winelda.
The suspicious person?
Ronaldo did it!
The wife's name is Winelda.
So did anyone come into your store and comment on your ring? Like say,
always wear your
hey, really beautiful ring.
Yes, it's
hey.
My family's signet ring. Been in the family for generations.
You wear it even when you're like running your store.
Yes.
Are you afraid of losing it?
Until it disappeared, no.
And it disappeared. It didn't roll underneath your bed.
No, I looked.
Sure. Can I look?
You'll want to look under
Sure.
someone else's bed.
Why not?
It is an active investigation.
It really is. It just feels very personal to look under someo's bed. So
Yes.
did someone come in and you said someone came in and commented on your ring?
No. She commented on the ring. I guess I can show you. He just nods to his wife.
I listen as we go up the stairs to see if
Please watch the shop and I'll go show you. The bedroom. It was right there on the nightstand.
The ring is under the bed. Will you look underneath the bed?
He's outside guarding
Yeah,
the
you
door.
have to yell
Or
out the
you-
window too.
I thought Newt followed me everywhere.
What if somebody
Hey,
comes
what was
to
that?
the outside? I have to be
Perception not so great.
Rob, actually, my perception
Hey,
is
Newt!
delightful.
It would be a perception.
Newt!
I come running. Yeah, I'll run. I'll
Yeah,
run
no
in.
problem. Let me see what it is.
Newt, we need you to go upstairs and help Janka and shimmy under because he's so petite.
I'll be running
hang
up
on,
with
hang
my
on,
sword
hang on,
out, like
hang on.
probably obnoxious.
Chill. Your
Janka needs your help.
ghosts.
There's a monster under the
Um,
bed up there.
Quality level 3.
No. No ring. Some dust bunnies. Way in the back.
Let me do some tracking business.
Was there any...
Is there an armoire in the room? Is there another wardrobe?
Probably that's where people keep their clothes.
Was there a mirror?
Yes.
Was there a mirror in her
It's not
office?
magical and it won't talk to you.
Was there a mirror in the office?
In the office.
In
Sorry,
what's her name's office?
Janka remembering back to Prayerden's Prayos's blessed one, her office.
Whose name has left us?
Did she have a mirror?
Yeah.
You don't remember that. Don't recall that there being a mirror.
Run back to the blessed one and find out if she had a mirror in her office.
First off, you need to shimmy under the bed
No,
and
it's
see
fine.
if it went under.
Oh, can you fit underneath the bed?
That's fine, Brahma.
Probably not, but for you guys, I'll try.
Can he fit underneath the
I'm
bed?
guessing
Easily.
yes.
It's a nice wood frame, rope supported. Slides right under, slides right out.
Nothing under here.
Do you check underneath your bed before you go to bed?
No.
So someone could have been hiding underneath your bed.
I'm gonna give these people nightmares.
No, I'm so sorry. Again, this is Janka, not Becca.
I guess. Do you think? I'm gonna get a lock on that door.
That's a good idea.
But they could have come in through the window.
They could have come in through the window. Will you go outside and look on the side of the house to see if there's anything on the side of the house underneath the window?
Yeah.
With your tracking, see if
Yeah.
anybody.
All right, I'm gonna look at
This
the
is how you
window,
climb it.
tracking that business. Tracking? Can I use that, or would it be perception?
No, it'll be tracking if you can find something. Sure. Give me a tracking roll.
Come on, track it up.
4 went in.
So only 3.
Oh. That's terrible.
Yeah, 1 came out.
Okay, 2 and 4 is good, but the 16 might be a bit harder.
Oh, suspicious one. You can give me an empathy check if you like.
Ooh, yes.
Would it have anything to do with human? Well, yeah.
That's what you're looking for. So
So,
unless
yeah.
unless you're going with Mylen's theory of the bear stole.
To be
I think it's a
QL3,
solid
please
theory.
and thank you. On tracking outside the window to see if perhaps-
Outside the window, no. You don't see anything out there. There's just some tracks like leading in and out of the store. Maybe a set from the back door out to an outhouse and back. It's kind of defined, not varied at all.
Have there been any suspicious people around here? Who would you suspect having stolen from you?
I don't think anyone in the village would. There is that elf. He's very odd.
No, let's go see that
So
elf.
he or she?
He.
Yes.
She is a huntress.
It is an elf. So.
Right.
QL1.
The wife, there's something up. You can't quite pick it.
She did take it.
You get a weird vibe.
Are you pregnant?
You're upstairs with the
I
husband, so
The husband's
no.
like, no.
Are you trying to have kids?
No.
What were you going to do with your ring?
Wear it.
Where's it?
Yeah, but pass it down for
Isn't that what you do?
generations
Is
and generations.
wear it and
Who are you gonna give it to next?
you're outside looking the dirt.
I'm yelling up to the window.
And it does make excellent points in my brain. So there's nothing suspicious about this room at all.
No, it's
Have
it's
you-
a bedroom.
Have you encountered any falling stones or weird stones or magical stones?
No,
None.
none.
Nowhere. You stay in your grocery all day.
It is my business. Sometimes I go to the tap room and have a few with the fellas.
Do the fellows gamble? Stop
No.
it, Maddie.
No,
It's because you went, fellas.
no.
That was the giggle.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk back into the main grocery part where she is with the lady.
Can I
No, you are unhelpful, sir, but I will find your ring.
Thank you.
Go downstairs.
Very appreciative.
So I successfully cast Oda Marcanum, which lets me find active magic on items or people. Does she have magic on her?
No.
QL1.
No.
That's worth a shot.
Shoot.
Do you have magic on you?
On me?
Yeah, is
I
there
mean-
anything
Oh,
in
no.
the grocer that would?
No.
Okay.
I'd have a stick, but I cast magic on the stick. It's not a magical stick.
Yeah. It would light up if it was a snake. You're like, that's not a snake. That's magical. Yeah. No magic here.
She just seems off.
Seems off.
Bun in the oven.
No.
Are you gonna go up and talk to her?
Yeah, I'll walk up.
Because
I'll
I'm
come
calling
with
this a
you.
waste and I'm walking out the door.
I'll come with you because I'm
So-
guessing I wouldn't know that's his wife, and I'm gonna be like,
Hey.
Do it.
that's how I'm gonna stand.
So, what are your thoughts on this robbery?
I don't know. You catch a hint of
Tannin?
alcohol,
Oh, alcohol. Cool.
even though it's midday.
It's early afternoon.
It's after the ceremony, so sometime in the afternoon. But it's not like
It's not
The
an
normal-
acceptable drinking hour to smell
Yeah.
alcohol on someone. So did you hear anything? Did you notice anything?
there was a shadow in the room that night, but I was too scared to say anything.
A shadow. Do you know, like big, little, furry, not furry?
Genuine questions.
Horns, no horns.
Big. There might have been horns.
Might
I
be horns.
don't know.
Is that? Do you have a little you could share?
Do you still have you brushed down yet?
You can hear me clomp, 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 clomp.
She starts to reach for something, and then when she hears the stairs come back down, she says, "No, all right, I know."
And then I just walk straight out the door, like I don't even see them.
So then the husband comes down with her.
Is it for nerves?
Medicinal. Yes.
Mm-hmm. For what you saw, or just in general, like your husband?
In general, and as he comes down and you're talking to her about it, he sees her. You see a very disapproving look on the husband's face.
Well, if you need anything, you let me know.
Okay.
Well, like, the shadow comes back, or...
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do like a perception check or something? See what's happening here? Like, would I notice anything about what she's... I don't know. Can I just be perceptive for anything about
Sure.
her?
In this case, it would be an empathy roll. Perception more visual to see stuff, but empathy is to get people's feelings.
Ooh, I got nothing on that, so...
Yeah, nothing. I mean, you can see that she's obviously not comfortable, but
On your Christmas.
Okay, I will leave with Janka,
she's
but I'll
quite
make
agile,
a
though.
note
Or he is quite agile.
to come back maybe when the husband's out. And I'll walk out.
Who to next?
But I'm gonna have Hick post up outside and keep an eye out.
Perch on the gutter.
Yeah.
The
Stare at people when they walk in.
Oaken Bush family.
What was the...
Oaken Bush.
Okay. Oaken Bush.
Okay. You head over to
What is their...
the Oakenbush family.
They
Much younger.
complained about a theft of a family heirloom again. It is a golden amulet of Preos, of great personal and material worth. This happened 5 days before the ring disappeared.
There you go.
Do you want to... I'm just going to let you...
You walk
go-
over
go
and
for it.
before you even get there, you can smell the cheese flavor.
Yes, please.
Gouda and Edam.
Did you say Gouda?
Gouda. That's how it's said, isn't
Okay.
it? Chat room. It's not Gouda, it's Gouda.
It's
If you want to get real fancy, Howda.
Edama.
It's just for you.
Thank you.
Or good Portuguesa. It seems like they make cheese here. Much younger family. In fact, as you're ready to come to the door, you hear a beautiful singing You enter and you see a very ugly woman singing.
Oh.
Um,
Took a turn.
just going with, they got her hair's braided and she's churning those curds.
She's Kurt turning.
Yep.
I don't know. That's funny.
I don't know how to make cheese, but I know curds are involved.
And whey.
And whey, yes.
Look familiar. Like, does she look related to the grocer's wife or the grocer?
No. This isn't all just one family.
Yeah, small town.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And then you see in the back of the room, yeah, yes, can I help you?
What do we see in the back of the room?
And you see a little girl comes up, looks up at you, about 5 years old, Lana, brown doe eyes. Are you here to buy cheese?
No.
Why don't you want to buy cheese?
Because.
I'll kneel down and distractedly. I'll pull out a little raven carving and say, "Do you like birds?" And I'll distract the little
yes.
girl while Janka.
I will sidestep the child.
I will tell the child that I love cheese.
In the back, you see what you assume to be the husband. Very good looking.
Interesting. How's the child look? Just trying to see if it adds up, you know?
Like a kid,
Like a
running nose.
like
Yeah,
a good-looking
she's a
kid?
cute little girl.
Like maybe could be famous on like a TV show
No.
that has like a dinosaur in it, and then maybe become super famous later in life. Some children. No.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
It's everybody. All the celebrities from that.
Right.
So
I was
when
trying to think of a dinosaur show.
Oh,
Anyway.
it's the purple dinosaur.
Yeah, I don't know anybody from that show besides that thing. So,
one.
yes.
Yes, I'm here to speak to you about the theft of a family heirloom.
Oh, yes. The Blessed One sent you?
Yes.
Yes, and she points to the mantle over the hearth. We keep it there, and we were going to get it re-blessed, and we went to go retrieve it, and it was gone.
What do you have it blessed with?
We're going to give it to the Blessed One, and
Yes.
she was going to...
She was going to bless it. What blessing were you asking for?
Just general, the blessing of Preos.
Okay. You know you could ask for the blessing of luck. Anyway, so it's there. Do you keep it there
You
all
even
the
see
time?
a spot like where it was.
Dust.
It's like
you
a
can
ring
see the
where it would have
dust.
sat.
Mm-hmm. You keep it there even at night?
Yes.
Do you lock your doors?
No.
Everyone knows that you have this family heirloom?
I guess.
My name is Janka. I'm a blessed of Vicente.
Yes, Blessed One.
Are there windows in? How many windows in this room are there?
There's several windows in
There you
here,
go.
fairly well lit. The doors are open to help fumigate.
Get the cheese.
Yeah, it probably gets very
Funky
heavy.
foot.
Yeah.
Did you see anybody? Did you see it taken, or you just noticed it was missing?
You address that to
Yes.
the parents, and the little one pulls on your dress.
Oh, okay. Kneel back down. What did you see?
I saw Uncle Robosh walking around outside.
Who's that?
Robosh is the dwarf smith.
Oh, okay. What was he doing?
He was just walking by. It scared me.
Does he normally not walk by?
I don't know. It's the middle of the night.
Why were you?
Something woke me.
Is it a sound? A shape?
I don't know.
You don't know, just something more? Okay. Well, thank you.
I'm still talking to the parent. Apparently getting absolutely nothing.
Yeah, no. And they just described what it looked like, and it, was there, and Very upset.
How long has your family been in this town?
7 generations. And they start listing off all the people. So you can write them down. I'm not going to name them for you, but they named 7 generations of oaken bushes who have
7 generations.
always made cheese.
Always.
Yes, that's what we do.
Do you like it?
Yes.
She's lying.
You want to roll empathy for... Not really, but it's my job, and that's what I know.
No, I didn't make it. Actually, no, that was the lowest one.
And
Charisma.
you take him literally and say, yes, he enjoys doing this job.
He always wants to make cheese. He never wants to do anything else.
Never wanted to travel to Gareth and see the Empress, become a soldier or a knight or anything. No, never.
Just churning curds.
Cheese. Make cheese.
So as they're like
your
going
cheese
through
might
the
be nice enough for Gareth.
generations.
You think so?
I'm gonna just start.
See? And he turns away. I told you we should try to sell it there.
I actually haven't had any. Can I try some?
Yeah, can we
Sure,
try
he-
some cheese?
Gives you some cheese.
Would you say there is anybody suspicious around?
No.
That no looked like a yes.
No, they just... You kind of get that. No, no one steals in Olden Bridge.
Not even the elf
Oh. They kind of look at you.
or
Maybe.
the dwarf or the
No,
huntress
Robosh has been here now.
or anyone else who's an outsider, and therefore you automatically assume it's them.
Wow.
Well, I've heard you can't trust elves.
From who? Wait, what? Are you pointing at me?
Well, everyone knows that.
Because I'm right. We got this thing going on.
I'm gonna start
so
ushering
confused.
us out.
Your cheese is delicious.
It's
Thank you.
One hand on my
Hey, Newt,
sword.
you want some cheese?
Lactose tolerant.
Did you eat cheese this morning?
Yeah, you did.
Did he? Or did he eat the sausage and the bread? Skip the cheese.
Yeah, maybe yeah.
Just skip that. Okay.
I just
Who's
have a
next on
fragile
the list?
stomach, that's all.
And the first one is from the Hairbreed family.
I'll tell you that the little girl saw the dwarf outside and it scared her.
Was she usually scared of the dwarf? Or was it just because it
No,
was...
She said it was weird that he was out. Something woke her up, and she saw him
Okay.
outside.
Okay.
And then the grocer's wife saw a scary shadow. May or may not have had horns. Wasn't furry.
Why would it have been furry?
Bear spirits.
They're bear spirits?
Did we ask how tall
I
the
haven't heard
shadow
about these
was?
before. Alright, to the Hairbreed family. Hairbreed!
Newt, you want to take a lead on this one? I'm gonna need you to ask some real serious questions. Get to
Oh.
the bottom of this.
Yeah. Let's do it.
'Kay.
What are we doing? What do you need?
A golden ducat.
A what? A hat? Alright.
A golden coin was
Give me your
stolen.
golden hat. Oh. alright.
Yeah, gold coins in this world are known as ducats.
Oh, okay. Are we there?
D-U-C-A.
Yes, we're at their house.
Yes, you go.
You're leading the charge
Easy
on
direct.
this
Oh yeah,
one.
they live right over there.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna bust in, you know.
You're gonna have to, like, pull me back, because I'm gonna be
I
like...
know. I'm well aware.
What do I see in there? Any people staying around? We got...
He's gonna bust into their home. It doesn't look like a business. It's just a house.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna just walk in.
I'm going to then knock. I'm going to close the door behind Newt and knock.
You bust in, and 2 women look up. Huh? A younger one,
And then I reach in,
30-ish.
I grab the door. And I close
And-
it.
And then I'm gonna
knock.
run my
A
hand
much
through my
older
hair.
woman in her 60s can look up, but they're sewing. Huh?
I see that you're trembling. Don't flatter yourselves. You're much too old for me. I just have some questions.
Wow.
I'm going to then knock on the door, because I've closed it behind Newt.
These are my
And now-
ladies.
And now I'm going to knock.
They're fine. They're fine if you want.
Come in.
Hello?
What is this
Yeah.
family
Yeah.
name? Hairsuit?
Hairbreed.
I guess you're wearing your
Yes.
you don't hide that you're from.
I don't think I have anything else.
Can we help you?
Stray gang.
No, they curse. Blessed one.
Newt, keep going.
My friend was asking you questions.
Oh, but he he's with you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's more like they're with me, but
Mylenjida
Set
on
that
the back
aside.
is like,
all right.
Okay, I'm really glad I don't say that because I would be so confused.
Listen
Mylenjida's
here.
just screwing around.
You had something stolen. Tell me about it.
Yes.
What are your names? My name is Janka.
I am Traveen. And this is my mother-in-law, Yosmine. My husband, Binsbart, had a gold coin that was, well, we saved up to get a new plow. And now we can't afford it.
Uh-huh.
So where was it taken from?
From my purse.
Oh, they're getting bolder.
Just leave
No,
your
that was the
purse
first one.
out?
The first
Well,
one was from the purse.
I went shopping
We went backwards in time.
at Edel's, and when I went to go pay, I noticed that the gold coin we had set aside was missing from my purse.
Who's that?
Edel's is the grocer.
It's gotta be the wife then, for sure. Who's behind it all.
I really hope you say that out loud.
Actually, yeah, I think that I would say it out loud. He probably would. The lady is probably old and doesn't know what I'm talking about. My
30 is
charisma,
not old.
my charisma is a 9, so...
Yosmina is in her 60s, and
Yeah.
she snorts. That old drunk, she can't steal anything.
Is she drunk? Must have been. Well, have you noticed anyone suspiciously around your purse?
No?
Well, that's all I got.
Well, I guess
the
you just
wife.
had luck.
It's probably the wife. You ladies want to go catch her?
So, when you had been at Ethel's, did you notice anything unusual or suspicious around the place? Cold spots, dark shadows,
Bears.
people.
No. Bears?
At the end of all this, we find out it really was a bear.
Vindicated.
No. Not at all.
Have you seen any weird shadows? People acting strange?
No? I'm guessing your line of thought is at the time of the theft. Today,
Around
everyone's acting strange
right.
just because...
Around the time of the theft.
Yeah, no.
Anything spooky ooky?
Did you tell anybody that you had this gold coin?
No.
Nobody
Well,
knew?
My husband might have mentioned it to Robosh that we had to pay for the plow, that we would have a gold coin for the repair.
But he was going to be the one to make your plow, yes?
Yes, that's how we were going to pay him.
Okay. Do elves and dwarves like each other? This is Becca asking.
Yeah, I think it's more individual. There's no set history that I know of that they don't.
Okay.
Elves don't like orcs,
Right.
period.
Right.
Yeah, there's not the typical canon of elves and dwarves,
Mm-hmm.
Not that I know of. Yeah, no new tribes.
Maybe the coin just fell out of your purse.
Does your purse have a hole in it?
She picks it up, looks at it, no, and it looks like a well-made leather purse that would tie to your belt.
So, something about gold.
Mm-hmm. The things got more personal,
Mm-hmm.
and it got closer because it went from a purse to a shelf to next to them when they were sleeping, the nightstand. I think the wife is somewhat suspicious. I think Robosh needs to be questioned, not
Mhm.
as a suspect, but as a... What does he know about stones and all this gold stuff?
Okay.
And then possibly
The elf.
The elf. Even though I really hate this whole,
We're gonna pick on the outsider who's different from us.
Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah. I think we should go talk to the elf.
Alright, let me talk to you first.
Newt wants to talk to the elf.
Elf.
Okay, to the elf.
You gonna talk? You gonna lead this one?
Yeah, maybe I should.
Why not?
Well, I do have a way with the ladies. I do not have a way with words. If only my body could speak for me.
Maybe it could.
I don't think it would have much to say.
Oh, it's got. Wait, where is it?
Maybe-
It's
Where
got
is it?
at least 6 points to say.
What if the elf is into
Skinny
little
little
boys?
boy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no!
Should we try? Like imagining the scene. You like ladies walk up first, then you step aside, and I like shimmy my way out. Hey girl,
So
you can see like my rib bones.
off to the elf.
Onto the elf.
Try to get the train back on the tracks.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I still think this is a great plan.
You get some general directions out of the village into the woods again. You could take the lead to try to.
Actually, yeah, I
Can
can
we-
track the elf.
Do like just kind of a walk past. Would we walk past the blacksmith? on the
Sure,
way
this is a
to the
very
elf?
small village. There's not many
Okay.
buildings to it.
Just kind of want to peer.
It would be hard even if you had to kind of veer. It'd be like one house over to get to it. It's not like across town or
Okay.
across the city.
Just as we walk past, see what Rovash is doing. Like peering in, not like stopping or anything.
You hear the ringing of hammer on anvil.
As we
What
leave
kind of-
town, I'm gonna have Pick switch to watch him.
Okay.
As on the prize.
Do you see everything that he sees, or he does?
He can come report to me. So I will tell him to watch closely, and if he sees anything suspicious, yeah, can impart feeling, images, and experiences. But he has to come land on my shoulder.
So you don't really see what he sees.
No, he can impart the images to me, but I can't see directly through his eyes.
Okay, but he can basically replay.
Yeah. Yep.
Caw-caw.
Caca!
Gotcha.
Geese.
All right, as we're leaving, I could possibly track the elf in the woods.
In this case, I want an orienting roll. That's
Yeah,
like your
that's cool.
navigation.
That's cool with me.
Because you're not really trying to track anything specific. You're trying to navigate your way over. It's like, oh yeah, it's over there. You know, hanging right at the ash
we know
tree.
where he is?
Well, the villagers kind of tell you he's in that area of the woods. So, orienting would be a more appropriate.
Apropos. Ooh, come on. Tell me you did it.
It's looking good so far. Okay. So, give me a QL of 2.
Nice.
Okay, it doesn't
Nicely
take you
done.
long to navigate your
Yeah.
way through the woods. And you move through the dense foliage and enter a clearing surrounded by large firs. On the other side of the glade, between two impressive conifers, you see a tent made of sheets and leaves suspended high in the air. A gaunt-looking elf sits on a tree branch. His long white hair blows in the wind. As you approach, he jumps from the branch and lands in front of you, arms folded. A finely carved flute dangles from a cord around his neck. The elf looks at you with bright eyes for a moment. You all stand there in silence. Then one of you begins to talk. May Govanet.
Do you want to talk to the elf?
Freaky hair, man. I don't.
I am Janka. I am a blessed of Hisiday.
How do you do?
Just
He
fine.
lifts a beetle that landed on your shoulder.
Your name is?
Probably butchering this. Mylenjida. It sounds very musical from his mouth.
Ideal. How long have you been living here?
A while. He's just kind of gazing at the
Well,
trees.
have you been here for many human generations?
I do not follow them.
Have you been here for
Notice the
many...
light.
Have you noticed any meteor showers
Yes.
often?
Sometimes.
Recently?
Maybe.
Do you go and look to see where the stones fall?
No.
If you were to find a meteor stone, would you touch it?
Maybe.
What
He never
does
looks at you
interest
directly. He's kind of looking.
What are you looking for? The show's right here.
Birds in the sky.
Have you noticed any shadows?
He gestures to the shadow of the tree. They're everywhere.
No. I mean darker shadows. The ones that leave you unnerved.
The absence of light.
So what does interest you? If meteors do not interest you, and the light catches your eye, what beyond the light interests you?
Being one with my environment.
Interesting.
Can I see that if this is an actor, if he's high as a kite?
You can try what? An empathy? We seem to be doing a lot of that.
Wouldn't that be like
We only had a spell.
perception?
Detect lie. I think there is one. I was
Yeah, that's a quality level 2
for empathy.
for empathy.
He just doesn't seem to be concerned with whatever you're
Material
talking about.
things.
So he doesn't care about gold.
Probably
I
not.
mean, he lives in the wood, in the tree. Has a nice little tent.
This was just delightful.
Maybe they all told us this because they wanted us to get sidetracked.
Quite possibly. Are they all in on it together?
Can we head to
Oh my
Jade?
gosh, because all their stuff was stolen. So they stole the thing. They all planned it together so they could take the thing and get all the riches.
What's her name? Jade Wine.
Do you know where she lives? You haven't really asked anybody where she's
I
at.
think with all
Okay,
this going on,
so then
I
maybe
wouldn't
head
have
back
much
to
up here,
town.
huh?
You can head back down. You can ask the elf.
yes.
Oh,
He might know.
do you happen to know where Jade Wine lives?
Hmm.
The huntress.
The human wild runner. She does not live in harmony with the forest. Her arrows kill too often, and near her home she grows plants from other lands. The wind carries her songs to me. I can feel the disharmony.
Can you point me in a direction of the disharmony?
Very long, skinny.
All right. So, do we want to head there? Or do we want to go back to town?
We gotta talk to her.
Okay. We'll head that direction.
You're
Keep
gonna
an
head
eye
to
out.
her and
Yeah.
then town.
Head to her and then to town. Yeah.
Do I need to lead the way? Should I do
Sure.
that? Or will we just
Yes,
get there?
please do. She might have animal traps out that we don't want to step.
Oh, true. Okay. Would that be survival then? Through the woods to get over to her?
Or
No, orienting.
Still? Holy moly. QL1.
It takes you a while to get there, but you think, you finally spy kind of zigzagging more than the direct route to this guy to get there, but you finally find what looks like a cabin in the woods.
We've all seen that movie. I know this is gonna go.
Cottage in the forest. Would that make you feel better?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
It's a cottage in the forest.
I will walk up and knock on the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna take out my bow.
Are we skipping?
No, I just got to find that.
We're not following the logical path.
Got to find the page.
Knock on the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my bow out for sure. Yeah.
Hello?
No one answers the door.
Are there windows?
Yes, there is a window.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kick in the door. Okay, I'm guessing I'm gonna try, and it's gonna just hurt real bad.
You can give me a feat of strength. Feel free to stop
Where's that strength?
Nutty Nut at any time.
Oh, I got 2. All right, here we go.
Nutty Newt.
Okay, that's probably solid. That's solid.
Ooh.
I should totally have her open the door as he's ready to go.
She ends up kicking the woman in the chest.
Oh, frick. Wait, if the ladies are watching me, I'd be pretty strong, right?
Are we still the ladies?
Yeah.
You said other people
I'll give you
are
plus
old.
1 just because you're taking it upon yourself to show off.
Yeah. All right, give me 12
So when you get a
1.
plus 1 on this, all your attributes will increase. All 3 of them
One.
go up 1. So the numbers you're trying to roll against are easier because they all go up 1. 14 is now 15.
The 10 is down 11, and you can spend your 2 to make it the 13. And yeah, she got a kill. 0. Roll 1.
Yeah.
QO1. Okay, you connect on the door. You bust whatever wooden latch was holding it shut,
Yeah, I don't even
and it
want to.
flies open.
I don't even look inside. I just look back. Like, you saw. We all saw.
She kicks the door as you're looking in, like, yeah, it doesn't look like there's crash. Home.
But okay, then I will just
Like the fire has very low, like just the embers. It's not a fire. It's just the embers that you
pull the
banked.
door back to you. She's not here.
To write a note.
That I am an excellent door kicker.
Leave a note pinned to the door asking for her to speak
With this?
with us.
Okay.
This should be so kind.
Sorry we broke your door.
Can I
I'm
look
not even going
around?
to talk about the door.
I'll look around inside, see what you got going on in there.
Okay, while you're
I'm going to stop Newt from walking inside the house and say, isn't this rude where you come from?
I'm gonna go in, yeah, for sure. Look around.
Okay.
It looks
Back
like
up.
a cabin that people would live in.
People. She's got visitors.
In a general term of
Humans.
men, human, elves, dwarves. When someone lives in a cabin, you'll
She's
see.
got elves and dwarves in there.
No,
No, I'm sorry. I get what you mean. I'm sorry.
pushing all the buttons.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
you'll see normal provisions. Like I said, there's a fire that's been banked, so it's just low coals kind of burning, not a fire. You'll see a bed with some furs that you would, sleep under, that kind of stuff.
Bear furs?
Yeah.
And here we are.
Bear, deer. They're kind of rolled up because it's
They're rolled up,
summer
yeah.
now.
Yeah, she doesn't
So you don't
them.
need them.
Clues keep adding.
Back to town.
Leave. A few coins and a note
Sorry for our overzealous.
inside the door. No, I haven't walked inside their house, but like right inside the door.
Okay.
Back up.
Head back to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Head back to town.
Yes.
Flip.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Quite all right.
Has
How much time has passed?
right, and has picked
You've been gone for the afternoon. It's probably by the time you get back, it'll be
Evening.
probably evening. And Almost
has Pick noticed anything strange?
anything strange?
Just in his observation.
Has
People
Robosh
looking weird.
talked to
Robosh
shadows or
What
had
does
gold?
Pick know about
grown
smithing?
another head. Oh, probably nothing. So he just sees a dude smithing. I just, crawling on all fours, shadows,
Barking at
weird
the moon.
stuff. Yeah, right. Thank you.
No. He just seems to
Anything.
be shuffling around doing what normal two-leg do
Okay,
stuff. It's quite boring.
very boring. Okay. So who should we
I'd
go?
like
But
to go.
as you
Oh.
get back to the village, on the banks of the Bommel, that little stream that goes kind of bisects the village, you hear shouts, agitated crowd. About 24 villagers have armed themselves with hoes and pitchforks and are firing themselves up. Urged on by Trevine Hairbreed, you can hear shouts like, "Evil dragon spawn, burn the beast! Down with the dragon thief!" Among the ranks bellowing Oldenbridger stands a little girl who looks vulnerable and lost. As you get closer, you can hear Trevine say, "Ah, here we have all we need, honorable saviors of Oldenbridge. We have found the thief. Little England here saw a mighty dragon beast steal a silver fork and fly away towards the Muggles Ridge." They gesture towards a ridge closer to the mountains. "We are headed there to kill the beast and recover our things. Join us. We need your strength."
All right.
Don't go at night.
Yeah, maybe wait till daytime.
No, they won't be able to see us. Sneak attack. Easy.
Everybody has torches. They're gonna light themselves up and be a target.
I see what you're saying. I'm taking it in.
No.
I'm gonna,
In the crowd, you hear a couple of murmurs like, "Oh, yeah, well, that makes sense."
Of course it makes sense.
These are farmers with pitchforks.
I know. Which is why Janka's like,
This isn't
duh.
like the town militia. It's like,
Yes. Which is why Janka's like, you guys are being idiots.
Can we walk up? Is it the same little girls before?
no.
Different.
Yes.
You should talk to her.
This
I will talk
is
to the people.
little Angl, Angundl.
Ugh. Yeah,
Angie.
Got it.
Little Angie.
I will walk up and same thing as I did with little cheese girl.
I think it was Luna or Lana.
Lana.
I think it was Lana.
Um.
You pull out your magical device and hypnotize them.
No, I pull out another carved animal.
Not a raven.
Well, I mean a raven. Something. I have a lot of carved animals.
She's planting that in their minds. Ravens are nice. Don't throw stones at them.
Mm.
Don't kill them. And I'll ask her name, and I'll ask her to tell me what she saw, and try and figure out if.
I was out in the woods with Daddy. He's a lumberjack, and she points to a
One of the men.
lumberjack-looking guy. And I brought him his lunch. I sat down with the lumberjacks, and I saw it. A giant, large dragon beast coming near. My daddy grabbed me, and we ran into the forest. The serpent came down quickly and grabbed the silver fork. Then it flew back in the sky, flew away towards the Muggles Ridge.
Beast. It only took the silver fork?
Yes.
And it didn't attack anybody. It didn't take anything else. Just
We
the
all
sun,
ran
just
away.
All ran away. And was there anything else shiny that it left behind, or did it just
No.
specifically take the silver?
I'm going to be talking to the people.
Yeah,
What
do you
any,
want to talk to her dad?
Knowledge of animals.
Oh,
Me?
I do.
If you have animal lore, you can remember something you've heard about dragons.
About things?
Yes.
I'm going to talk to the people and discuss with them how if you're going to go hunting something, going at night when you can't see, but it probably can, is a terrible idea. And
So we'll go in the morning?
sure, we can go in the morning when it's light outside.
QL2 on animal lore.
So, tree dragons become aggressive when their nests are threatened. They like shiny objects. You can lure them away with shiny items.
Can they shapeshift?
She only got QL2.
If I do
Yes,
myths
they
and
turn into
legends.
bears.
If I do a myth,
It's all
if I
good
do a
here.
myths and legends, can I remember a story of
Sure.
something?
Could I do animal lore as well? Assuming I've
Yeah, if you have
followed
animal lore, you can. They describe what you think is a tree dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get it?
Oh, yeah. I got
Nice.
QL3 for myths and legends.
Whoa.
Dang.
They are of the minor branch of the dragon family, because you know true dragons are vicious, that you stay away kind of thing.
Mhm.
But, like most dragons, they do breathe fire.
They don't do shapeshift.
And they don't shapeshift.
So wait, the bears were attacking
sheep.
They were just eating
They were
things,
just
as
eating
bears
things.
do.
I was just
The
trying to
bear's
see if it was
nothing.
their territory was being infringed, and now a tree dragon's territory is being infringed. Something in the woods.
The Watcher in the Woods?
Watcher in the woods.
We have to go talk to the huntress again. Why don't in the morning, you guys get ready. We're going to go talk to Jade Wine again. See if she will help us track down this beast. I mean, we have a tracker, but hunt down this beast.
Yeah.
And then we will have you guys stay here while we go investigate.
Okay, sounds good. To the grain room! And they head back to the grain room.
Beers for bravery.
So the plan is in the morning, you're going to go back to the huntress,
Yes.
get her to help you
Yes.
track down and find this beast and see what you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and try and figure out what else has been taking shiny things, because I know tree dragons are big. They wouldn't be able to fit in people's homes, would they?
Could people use shiny things to control dragons?
Somebody else has been stealing it and giving it to them.
Possibly.
Could be.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's
So-
the plan.
Super.
That's the
A
plan.
perfect spot. We will end for this week. Next week, we will take up your hunt for the dragon.
Dragon!
It's a small dragon.
Just dragon. It's a bear.
And see where your investigation leads and see if the dragon is behind the thefts. If it carried away this basalt chest of stuff from the temple.
Wouldn't that be so funny? Nobody saw this giant dragon.
It's a stealthy bear,
It's a-
trained in the circus.
Sweet.
It's got a puzzle.
Comes in on a unicycle, steals things. So hopefully you
It's my working
enjoyed
theory.
this evening's quest for truth and justice in the small village of Oldenbridge in Kosh. Join us next week and we'll see where the Mighty Three shall take us and if they can uncover the blasphemy that is plaguing Oldenbridge. Thank you again for watching. On behalf of Iconic Productions and Ulysses Spiel International, thank you and hope to see you again next week.
Yeah.